Anyway, don't want to get into an accident right off the bat, but
Hey, buenos dias, ¿qué onda, amigos, vatos locos? Welcome back, John's Moto Garage. Today we're gonna go check out another motorcycle. Super stoked on this one. It's a Harley Davidson 750 Street Rod, and I just went and test rode a Street 750, not the Street Rod, just a Street 750 earlier this week. The bike didn't pan out, but I was blown away by just how fun that motorcycle was. So I'm super stoked on this one because the Street Rod is upgraded with suspension. Just looks a lot cooler in my opinion. And anyway, I'm excited to go check out the motorcycle. This one will be good for Jackie to try out on her channel, Jackie's Moto Garage, and also one that I'm sure I'll have a fun time ripping around on. Let's go check it out. Here's the aftermath of the Honda Grom. I'm trying to learn hand drags, and I looped this thing twice yesterday. Twice in one day. I couldn't believe it. And so, needless to say, it has seen better days, no doubt about that. I've had people tell me I need to get a sub cage for a long time, so maybe we'll get that. Anyway, let's get to it. John's Moto Garage. Like and subscribe if you dig it. Let's check out this Harley Street Rod 750.
alright, you guys, John's Moto Garage. We're doing it. We're on a Harley Davidson. This is a 2017 Harley Street Rod 750, and I didn't know up until actually just recently that there's the Street 750, the Street 500, and then you've got the Street Rod 750. I had seen pictures of these, hadn't really just paid much attention, but basically it's Harley's sportier version of the Street. It's their liquid cooled 750 Revolution engine, the one that the new, their new Bronx is supposed to be kind of based off of, as well as the Pan America, assuming they ever come out with that motorcycle. Anyway, don't want to get into an accident right off the bat, but this is like the worst place to test ride a motorcycle. Super busy, but I gotta say, what a freaking so I went and rode a 750 Street, not the Street Rod, earlier this week, and I was blown away. I have to say, initially I was not a big fan of the style and looks on these motorcycles. They did a much better job in my opinion with the Street Rod, but even that Street 750, after jumping on and riding it, I had such a fun time on it. I was super excited to eventually get my hands on one, and then of course I found this one, and here we are today looking at it. It's got kind of that hard to come by green paint with a little bit of a metal flake. I'm not a huge fan of the olive green, but I can see why I can see why people would go with this one. This one has the drag bars, the upgraded rear suspension from the factory, bar and mirrors, all that stuff. I've seen people do really cool builds with these motorcycles, and these engines are just super smooth. It's a lot more like what I'm used to with the metric cruisers that I'm more familiar with, or that I've ridden a lot more. It definitely feels like a smaller version of the Street Bob, for example, or the Fat Bob rather, the new M8 engine. So they're great bikes. I think Harley has done a good job, and you can tell it's super nimble. I don't know what these things weigh, but it sits pretty low to the ground. The mid controls, I have to tell you, this is not going to be a good bike for your taller riders, especially with these mid controls. I love it. If you know John's Moto Garage, you know I'm real stoked on that, but it is a somewhat aggressive and tight stance because you've got the mid controls. Your knees are going to be bent, you're hunched over the tank slightly. You can get risers and different things like that to make adjustments to the ergonomics, but I'm pretty sure this would not fit well for a taller rider. Hopefully I can get like a decent spot where I can actually shift out a second gear. Holy smokes. Woo! This thing is quick. Yeah, stock exhaust, very quiet, but she purrs, man. She purrs. the handling on this thing is awesome. It doesn't feel heavy, very well balanced. I'm stoked on it. I'm liking it. I think Jackie will have a fun time on this bike. I've seen people ripping wheelies on these in their stock form, if I'm not mistaken, so you know, all that. Whew, I could see it. I burnt rubber, but yeah, I could see a wheelie in the future on this motorcycle for sure. These are, like I said, liquid cooled, and I apologize, I'm all over the place. This isn't like my test ride. This is my first time ever on this motorcycle, so I'm just kind of talking out loud here, or thinking out loud. But so far, I'm thinking for your kind of entry weight cruisers, this is going to be there with some of the I mean, this with like the Honda Shadow and your Yamaha Bolt. I'm trying to think of some of the bikes that are right in this category, and having ridden all those bikes, hands down this would be one of my top picks. And on the used market now, these are not a whole lot more, if not about the same price that you'll be paying for some of those other motorcycles. So it's a very attractive option, very appealing option for sure. I mean, I'm sorry, but the Honda Shadow, I love those bikes, they're great cruiser bikes, but those aren't performance built bikes, no doubt. This thing, I think, would blow that one out of the water. The Vulcan S, that one I've never ridden, but I've heard really good things about. I think that's like the best performance little middle entryweight cruiser you can get, and I feel like this one would be close to that. Leave a comment below if you've ridden it, or if you know. I haven't done my research, so I don't know off the top of my head. Overall though, as far as the test ride goes, this bike has 5,400 miles, very low miles. You can tell it's been well cared for, and so the test ride so far has been great. I'm not noticing any red flags. Interestingly, this has the, sorry, I gotta pay attention to where I'm going so I can get back. Here we are. Yeah, I'm really loving the handling on this. This is awesome. Excellent handling. Not the best test ride, not, you know, not a really great place to be out zipping on a motorcycle with all the traffic, but I think a good enough test ride. Yeah, interesting thing, they went metric style with the turn signals on this bike. It's all on the left side. I wonder, are they still self-canceling? Ooh, this thing is torquey, man. What a fun bike. Yeah, what a blast, dude.
Awesome, cool.
Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me.
What?
It wasn't recording.
You gotta get it for video.
Sometimes I don't press the record button and he has to load the bike again. Do it for you guys.
Alright, you guys, we made it back. Here it is, the 2017 Harley Davidson Street Rod 750. Super stoked on the bike. And that's going to do it for today. Like and subscribe if you dig the content. I appreciate all the support. Stay tuned for more videos of this motorcycle and of course all the other bikes as well. Check out Jackie's Moto Garage because I'm excited to have her jump on and take this bike for a spin. I'm curious to see what her thoughts are with her experience on different motorcycles. So a lot more to come on the bike. Drop a comment below Are you fans of this motorcycle, the Harley Street 750 or Harley Street Rod 750? I'm digging it. I have to say, I think it's even cooler in person. All right, we'll catch you on the next one. Nos vemos.